Ricky, a comfortable win in the end. What were your initial reflections on the performance?
Yeah, exactly that. I felt we were ahead of them in all the departments. Obviously when we went 2-0 up, I felt our intensity dropped a little bit. Just that sort of maybe mentality seeps in a wee bit to say, right, we'll wait on something to happen to score the next goal rather than keeping doing the things that we were doing that got us 2-0 up. We obviously lost the goal for the corner. It was a fantastic delivery, I have to say. Sometimes you've got to credit the opposition. We were giving away a wee bit of height today with obviously Jack Duncan being ill all week and Jack Liddell being just had his surgery there, so there was that element that probably played a part, but overall I was happy. Getting in at 2-1 might not have been a bad thing because it gave us a reaction to say, right, okay, this game's far from over, we need to go and step up, keep that intensity up, and I felt that's what we've done.
Yeah, as you say, started the first half strongly and started the second half strongly as well.
Yeah.
Got the penalty and the red card, and that really changed the psychology of the game.
It did a bit, and it is all about that. It is about the psychology game, because the momentum shifts and things like that. You go in at 2-1, it's not an easy score to work with sometimes, because the next goal is crucial, and the opposition get the next goal, it can give them momentum and lift. But if we get the next goal, which we obviously did, that can help towards killing the game, and it settled our lads down really well, and we started playing some really good stuff. Overall, I'm really pleased with the whole thing. Work rate, attitude, everything was there. Also pleased at getting players on the park. Mike Collins, he's been champing at the bat. I was probably disappointed with myself I didn't get one on the park last week. I felt I should have made that change, but I wanted to play him for the start today. He's not played many 90 minutes, that's why I took him off, but to try and get other players on the park as well. Jacob came on, I thought he'd done really well. He's got that threat, and JB from the academy came on and showed good composure, so I was really happy with all those changes that we made today.
Mark Kelly obviously got the hat-trick, but I thought John Guthrie at right back was superb, and he's been superb since he returned from injury, hasn't he?
Yeah. John Guthrie, if you go back to 3 years ago, he was a standout player at right back. He can play in the middle of the park, he can play right midfield, he can put me anywhere, to be honest with you, John. Yeah. I had him when I was working at Motherwell when he was 13, 14, 15, something like that, and he was the exact same. I think he doesn't get enough credit that he deserves. He's technically very, very good. He's got a good delivery, he's quick, he's powerful, he's strong. Probably as he was growing up through the ranks at Motherwell and then went to Albion Rovers, he didn't find that power and strength, but he's certainly found that now, and almost in a funny way that when he was off for all that time, he really worked on his body and his physique, and he's a strong player now for us, physically and mentally as well. You know what you get from him also.
Looking ahead to next week, obviously a tougher test with Celtic B. Looking back at the games last season, we did compete with them well, narrow defeats. What are you expecting this time out from Celtic?
The same. I mean, they play a very similar way to what the first team does. Very expansive, very clever on the ball. I've been to a few of their games, not just to watch them, but to watch other oppositions. And they play football, in a very attractive, but also a very positive way. So we need to look at that threat. But also we've had them out here. Second half, when we played them here last year, I thought we'd done really, really well. I thought we were a bit standoffish in the first half. We had a tactic to try and lock a certain thing in. Worked a couple of times, but one time it didn't, and they scored. So we'll have a look at that, and we'll see. First and foremost, what we need to do is see where we are bodies wise. So where Jack Duncan is, where Scotty Forrester is. Scotty was playing with an injury day basically. So there's all that to take into consideration. Then we'll look at shape, we'll look at how we plan to go and try and get a good positive result and 3 points off Celtic next week.
Does it give you confidence that we've competed well with the B teams in the past, or do you not look into that too much?
I believe any game that we go into that we're capable of winning, and we're going to win. I believe that every time. So whether it's Celtic B or any other team, it's pretty irrelevant to me. What is the challenge with teams like Celtic and Rangers? They'll have young players, are very sharp, very quick. They play with a good intensity. but so do we. We've got players who have been in those guys' positions before. You know, Jimmy, you could go right through the team. They've all been, a lot of them have been involved in that type of team, so they know how intense those teams can play. But like I said to you, when we're on our game and we play with our intensity and we try and control the game on and off the ball, then we're a fantastic side. What can let us down sometimes is what we've seen maybe in the last maybe Saturday to an extent. You know, our intensity drops a wee bit, and we can't let that happen. So we've got to keep those intensity levels high, but that also comes with your numbers of bodies you have, because you can, as a coach, you can change that by making positive changes. So we'll see where we are, but we'll go into that game really positive, hoping that we play and get a performance, but being positive to get the result.
Alright, brilliant. Cheers, Ricky.
Thanks, gentlemen. Thanks.